been so long trying to win his second ever title. Last time on TV, November 2004 in Wichita. Nice start for the guy they call Eddie. That event last season was won by Jason Hurd. His lone title, April of '94, the IOF Foresters Bowling for Miracles Open in Markham, Ontario, Canada, near Toronto. And by the way, we're close to the Canadian border, about 15, 20 minutes.
Yes, we are. You can tell just by the temperature.
Speaking of Claremont, Florida, Randy Peterson also from Claremont, as is Jason Couch. Norm Duke. The Floridians are used to the sunny climate, which we have not had here in Buffalo. It snowed pretty hard last night. Ace Hardware matchup, second semifinal. Norm Duke's had a great year, but he needs a victory to break through today.
Yeah, well, you know, Norm told us last night that it would be a very disappointing season to not come away with a win at some point this season. But, you know, he's on the verge of making the most money he's ever made, with the exception of that one year where he made like $279,000. I think it was back in 1994. So a great year by anyone's standards, but not Norm Duke's standards.
Blisters the rack. Great look lane level from our crew. And how hard he's throwing the ball, really piping at that 1-3 pocket. To finish up on Randy's note there, he is fifth all-time as Norm in career wins. $2.26 million. He's third this year on the money list at $140,000. Tommy Jones, as we saw, having an incredible season, is the runaway leader in that category. Oh! How about the help across the deck? The messenger takes out the 10.
Like a spinning messenger. That pin goes to the sidewall, comes over and says, "You want some of me, 10 pin?" I don't think so. You think Mike likes it? Oh, yeah.
Mike at 44 years old, long-time PBA veteran, a member since 1981, 24th year on tour. Just the one title so far. He keeps it going.
This guy against Jason Couch in the round of 16, he swept Jason because he averaged 261 for those 4 games.
Norm Duke's road to TV. Mike Scroggins has made 5 shows as well. Fell in the round of 32. Mike Devaney's had a very nice year, top 10 in points. And then Tim Chris, who was also on our ESPN crew. Got by Tim, did Norm Duke in that round of 8 match here on Friday, and that was very exciting. There's a big crowd assembled here in Cheektowaga to watch that one. And Norm is really loved by the crowd here. We heard the Duke chant when he was introduced. It was the same here on Friday for the round of 8.
That's everywhere we go. You know, watch this shot here, the profile. You'll never see Norm Duke's backswing this high unless he's playing this cheetah pattern. He likes to throw it really hard, and one way to do that is to get that backswing up. Watch that. Boom.
Goes for the front 4 here, Randy. Which he has. Like the beat to success, Norm Duke.
Last time we saw him throw like this, remember what happened? How about a perfect game against Walter A. Williams Jr. back in Tacoma? I mean, he was just firing it up the 1-2-3 board.
He's got the front 4 here, and Edwards looks for the same thing. Can he stay perfect?
Skate.
You bet. What a start for these two. The front 4. Edwards roll. Look at that after getting by Smith in the round of 32. Dispatched of Jason Couch, who's won twice on tour. Steve Jarris, the Dexter TOC champ from last year, down as well in 4.
You saw that qualifying average at 230. He averaged 249 in match play for those 14 games.
This is a guy who has the active lead, unfortunately for him, on the Denny's PBA Tour in terms of events of a drought between titles, 240. Rick Steelsmith is next at 179. Michael Haugen Jr. third in that unfortunate category at 173 and counting.
You can see Mike Edwards playing slightly left of Norm Duke, and that could create a problem for Norm. because while he's playing left of Norm, if Norm were to pull it, it'll be a question whether or not Norm will have hold.
Wow. Oh, my! We are really cranking up now. It is the Motel 6-6 frame. Norm has the front 5 with a strike in the 6. He'll earn $600 from Motel 6, the official lodging partner of the PBA. He'll also be eligible for a $6,000 bonus if he throws the front 6, more than any other bowler on TV this year.
Well, doesn't Mike Edwards get the same shot at that?
Yes, he does.
Both with the front 5, both perfect. Look how far he starts off that approach, get those feet going, generate all that speed. Another! Yo, money!
6 in a row, Norm Duke. Money, money!
There's one thing you can count on when you bowl Norm Duke. You better pack a lunch, and Mike Edwards knows that.
What a match we have here. If you're currently handling your remote control, put it down, because we've got a great finish coming up. Edwards and Duke are both perfect. Do we have a 300 game? We'll find out. We have had 16 perfect games on TV in Denny's PBA Tour history. Last time, December 7, 2003 in snowy Connecticut. Remember that? Nika Koibunemi over Jason Couch. All the latest PBA news, stats, player features, and officially licensed PBA merchandise. Just a mouse click away at PBA.com. In addition, you can participate in a PBA fan poll. This week's poll asked you if you thought Tommy Jones could win the season's remaining 2 majors and earn a $1 million bonus courtesy of Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. And as you can see by these results, fans are about 50-50 on this one. TJ was brilliant last week in New Jersey. Denny's World Championship, he's in the top 4 there for sure now, it looks like, to get right to the round of Super 16. And he'll have a great spot as well in the Dexter Tournament of Champions, 11 matches. And he's got his million.
It's one thing to bowl for $100,000 for first, but for $1 million, I'm not sure.
Wow.
Not sure it'd be real easy to pry it out of your hand.
Edwards has been hot. Stays hot.
The restriction continues.
And he as well wins the Motel 6 $600 thanks to the front 6.
Later. Keep in mind what Norm Duke told us last night. He said that he thinks the 300 game is very possible today.
Back scores, well, 12 shots. They stay perfect. Can you imagine a roll-off with 200 or 300 games?
No, my.
Another one.
Look out.
It's way high, though. That's
Like
won't
that.
take out the 2, and streak ends at 6. And we'll see the lanes change a bit.
And, of course, the jinx of the mention of 300 game never fails on television. That's why we never like to say it. But we have to. Got that a little right. He hooked. It went high. Norm Duke still perfect through 6 frames.
Norm closes in. And let a look at it. Wow. 10-pin, and his streak comes to an end as well after 6 strikes, and the match really heats up.
All right, so here's the deal. The next match, if somebody has like the front 6, we don't mention 300. We just put a graphic up. What do you think? What do you think, Dave?
It's like in basketball broadcasts, you say what a great free throw shooter someone is, and they missed it.
Yeah.
It just happens.
What a great putter he is. He misses a 3-footer.
Yeah.
I understand.
Norm does have 54 career 300 games. The last came in Tulsa this season, our stateside season opener. And now he's got his mark. 1-pin lead. Works on a spare, heading to the 8th frame. These two were roommates way back when. First starting their careers off with young Norm Duke, the youngest ever to win on tour. At 18 years old, 1983 Cleveland Open.
I was there, North Olmsted, Ohio.
He's got all 10 down. Our coverage of the Denny's PBA Tour rolls on. Pepsi Championship, the greatest bowlers in the world, work the boards at AMF Riviera Lanes for a piece of the $232,000 prize. Denny's PBA Tour on ESPN next Sunday at 12:30 Eastern. And Mleta Monticelli, the Hall of Famer, is the defending champ in the Akron area. 31st time overall at Riviera, second straight year of that tremendous bowling center.
A lot of history at that center.
Is there? Edwards needs an answer, and we'll have it. Great story they told us last night about being hotel roommates way back when.
Yeah, they said they were dead broke, young kids on tour, and they stayed across the street. I don't need to mention the name of the hotel, but anybody that was there, they know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's like $25 a night. There's 3 of them in the room, including Billy Young Jr. from Oklahoma City. And there's 2 beds and a cot. So the deal was low man every day after qualifying or match play gets the cot. Mike said he had the cot all week.
Unfortunately for him. And Norman, just 18 way back then, won his first ever title. They face off head-to-head again. Good friends on tour. And Edwards stays clean here and has a 9-pin lead in a very tight match.
That's a 1-pin match, and you know what? Right now, Norm Duke can win this by stepping up and striking out in the 9th and 10th frame to shoot 279. The best Mike Edwards can shoot is 278.
Big strike for Norm Duke. Told us he and his son Brandon recently watched the DVD of that '83 championship in Cleveland. He had never seen the tape of his first ever PBA title. Brandon, who's almost 10 years old, said, "Dad, you had a lot of hair back then." And he walked out. That was pretty much it.
Well, he actually beat Earl Anthony on that show.
Yeah.
And right now, Norm Duke, remember, he said it's all about winning. And with 3 strikes here in the 10th frame, he will advance to the title match against Doug Kent.
Perfect shot. All 10 down in the pit, Norm Duke.
You notice how he's not hooping it up right now? He knows exactly what he needs to do. That shot there, when he let go of it, looked like it was coming right out of his shoes. 2 more for the win.
Norm has had a tremendous season. He's ranked 4th in points, the top 4 at the Denny's World Championship, round of Super 16. Bypass all the qualifying. We talked about his earnings. But he has told us what he needs is a victory. Tries to get there. And perhaps he will with shots like that. Another huge strike for Norm Duke. He's had some memorable TV experience this year. The roll-off with Jason Couch, tying 213-213. Big Weber Open in Fountain Valley. Lost the roll-off to Couch 10-9. Edwards is focused.
Oh, man.
Norm Duke does it.
Just
and he's a winner, advancing to the final to take on Doug Kent.
Ouch.
A long wait. Continued for Mike Edwards, who has told us this may be his last year on tour. He is considering retirement and spending more time with family and friends in his native Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's recently engaged to Sam Mulligan, who works in the PBA Tour as an account executive, sales, and sponsorship.
Store's open now, isn't it?
Clincher, Randy.
Here's a shot for the wheat. Watch this.
I took the
He
end.
catches a light mixer. Mike Edwards is like, oh man, I got the cot again.
Low man. One more time. All these years later. 23 to be exact. 279 game for Duke. Just been spectacular all week.
Wasn't us bad between
And a great
those
run
two.
for Mike Edwards will land. He's been close. Round of 8 a couple times this year. He's battled a wrist injury. You can see that tape on the right wrist. Trying to overcome that. It's been a sprain that's been nagging him almost the entire season. back on TV and a great week.
It was a great
Yeah,
match
week,
between
Mike,
those
and,
guys.
hopefully this will be
Tough one, man.
Between them,
something that he
Tip
can
and
build on
Matt
for the
Like
remainder
and
of the
subscribe.
season.